Hey everybody, it's Dr. Smith again. This is the first part of our series on natural ways to boost your immune system. One of the immune system boosters that I feel is most important is vitamin D. Because not only does it help the immune system, it plays a role in bone health and many other things. It works with both the innate and the adaptive immune systems. If you remember way back to your health class days in school, we used to call this your natural immune system, which is the first line of defense against infection, and your acquired immune system, meaning the antibodies and the like that create longer-term immunity. Now, vitamin D is so important to your immune system that there are vitamin D receptors on all cells of your immune system. The role that vitamin D plays in keeping the immune system healthy is very complex, simply because the immune system has to be perfectly balanced. If there's too much stimulation, autoimmune diseases can develop. If there's not enough stimulation of the immune system, frequent infections can occur. Now, it appears that vitamin D helps keep the immune system balanced, much like a gymnast walking on a balance beam. Now, I like to call vitamin D an immune system modulator. It helps balance out your immune system and make sure it works on the most efficient levels. Now, low levels of vitamin D have been associated with frequent infections. In 2009, the National Institutes of Health warned that low levels of vitamin D are associated with frequent colds and influenza. Now, in 2017, a large analysis of clinical trials showed that taking vitamin D reduces the odds of developing a respiratory infection by approximately 42% in people with low levels of 25-OH vitamin D. Now, your skin makes vitamin D3 when it's exposed to sunlight. Specifically, ultraviolet B radiation from sunlight triggers the formation of vitamin D3 from the compound 7-dehydrocholesterol in your skin. See, cholesterol is not so bad after all. You do need it. If you regularly spend time outdoors, lightly clad and without sunscreen, you may be getting all the vitamin D that you need. However, if you're not getting enough sunlight, you may need to supplement with vitamin D. Good dietary sources include fatty fish, fish oils, egg yolk, butter, and liver. However, it may be difficult to get adequate amounts of this vitamin from your diet alone, as rich natural sources are rare. Now, for those reasons, it's common for people to not get enough. In that case, you may need to supplement with vitamin D. And when it comes to supplements, you can get vitamin D in two forms, vitamin D2 and vitamin D3. Vitamin D2 is known as ergocalciferol and is considered a synthetic vitamin D because it's made by irradiating yeast, fungus, and plant matter. Some studies suggest that vitamin D2 is more sensitive to humidity and fluctuations in temperature. And for that reason, vitamin D2 supplements may be more likely to degrade over time. Vitamin D3 is called cholecalciferol, and it's the type of vitamin D produced by your body when UV light from the sun hits your skin. Studies show that it's more potent, it's stored in the body more easily, and it's converted to the active form of vitamin D that your body uses more easily. Vitamin D3 in supplements come from animal-sourced foods. Now, how much should you take? That varies. The analysis I mentioned earlier showed a decrease in the rate of respiratory infections in those taking vitamin D. Suggested ranges between 300 to 4,000 international units per day. That's a pretty big range. It also found that taking it in daily or weekly doses was more effective than monthly doses. Personally, I take 5,000 IUs a day along with vitamin K2. How do you know if you have enough vitamin D? A simple blood test that will check your 25-OH vitamin D levels is the standard. What's normal? Now that's interesting because the standards used to be 30 nanograms per milliliter to 100 nanograms per milliliter were considered sufficient. 20 to 29 nanograms per milliliter were called insufficient, and below 20 nanograms per milliliter was called deficient. Now the levels have changed, but the powers that be can't decide on the best levels. Some say it's 20 to 40 nanograms per milliliter are normal, and others say it's 30 to 50 nanograms per milliliter that's normal. All I can tell you is that the healthiest people that I've tested are within the 50 to 80 nanogram per milliliter level. Now, some people get concerned about vitamin D toxicity. Levels of vitamin D that are too high can happen with people with vitamin D receptor polymorphism. It's a genetic condition, and it should be monitored with a 125-OH vitamin D test as well as the 25-OH vitamin D test to make sure that they're both in the safe range. So hopefully that gives you some good information on the immune boosting effects of vitamin D. If you think this is helpful, please share it with friends who you think may benefit from it. If you have any questions, put them in the comments section below, and I'll do my best to answer you. Look for more videos in our series about natural ways to boost your immune system. If you want to make sure you don't miss these new videos, please like and follow our page.